Trading is closed on November 15th, 2022. We always do our disclaimer, then go into review of last night's calls and make some predictions. It's my trading plan for Wednesday, November 16th, 2022. Any trade you make should be at your own risk. I can be completely wrong. Well, this is a review of what we said yesterday. We had a negative pattern, but we said if we gapped up and promptly overtook yesterday's high, it kills the pattern, and we said that was possible. And that's what happened. Look for the pattern with the early high, which is this. And tomorrow's pattern should also have the early high. This pattern usually closes near its low. That didn't happen, and that's positive, but what counts isn't where we close, but where we open tomorrow. And time doesn't run out until then, and futures are already down. So if we do undercut this tomorrow early, it's just the same as undercutting it now. We had some news events today which I find difficult to predict based on technical analysis. We had, I guess, the CPI came out early on, led to a gap up. This is a wall with gap. These things tend to fill pretty soon, find support just under the low of the wall. That's where we got support. There's also support right at the prior FOMC announcement price here. The other thing we had was the report of Russian missiles landing in Poland. That led to this. News events tend to get reversed promptly and completely. It got reversed promptly. I don't know if that's completely. Well, maybe it is. So those things are kind of hard to predict with technical analysis. Let's see what happened with MEJT. MEJT did give a sell signal here, but the minimum target printed immediately. We didn't stop right at the minimum, but it doesn't tell us anything about tomorrow. Well, we did break over the 61.8. I'm just not certain that's significant. But what could be significant is we have a trend line here with quite a few hits. And my rule is either you gap over that trend line or the trend line wins. By that I mean if we do cross over it without gapping over it, it won't stick. So I still think we haven't gone high enough to say higher prices have to come, but that all changes if we gap over this line tomorrow. That's overcoming major resistance. Now this is a count that says that won't happen. We have an A, we have a B, we have a C with good fibs. There's an ABC in there. All this says that the rally's going to pause right here. But that's not the only count. When you go to the 5-minute chart, you can count this as 1, and there's a clear ABC for 2. It's hard to count this as an impulse of 3, but you never know. It could just be A of 2 and not the whole ABC of 2. This could be ABC of A. So this is a bullish count, and that gives us a pretty muddled picture, because if we go down here, undertake these lows pretty promptly, I can count this leg of the rally as being over. But if we overtake this high early, I can see us going higher. I still think we'll hit 41.80. So prudence behooves us to use the mixed signals rules, which are these. Rouse pattern has early high, doesn't mean you won't gap down. It's bullish. Today's normally negative pattern, it can close near its low, but if we gap tomorrow and promptly undercut today's low, that vitiates the bullishness. But it's negative. We once again rejected the break to new highs. We closed under all these prior highs. That's not good if it's maintained at tomorrow's open. There's trend line resistance at the high of day. There's also a change in trend time based on someone else's work. Futures are down significantly as I write this, so I'm giving bears the edge, but you never know how you'll open tomorrow. If we gap over today's high, there's a count which justifies a continuation of the rally. So I think the picture clears up in the morning. Failure to break over these highs argues for lower prices, even if we don't close lower. But you never know how you'll open. You open up here, all that negativity goes away. Pattern has the early high, and that's today's call.